Right now, AI agents are being marketed as something almost magical. They're described as smart, autonomous, capable of handling entire systems with nothing more than a single prompt. If you scroll through social media, it looks effortless. You see clean dashboards, smooth flows, perfect outputs. And if you believe the hype, AI agents can now run entire systems by themselves. But there's a side of the story you almost never see. Those demos only show success. They never show failures. They never show edge cases. They never show what happens when real data hits the system. Because real business workflows are messy. Inputs are incomplete. Logic is inconsistent. And things don't always behave the way you expect. What you don't see are the workflows that break silently in the background. And this is where the real tension starts. Real systems are built on logic. Rules, conditions, and consequences. AI agents don't truly understand that logic. They don't reason about outcomes. They follow patterns based on probabilities. So the problem isn't AI intelligence. The problem is big logic. And when you combine complex logic with fully automated decision-making, things can go wrong very quickly. That doesn't mean AI is useless. It just means it's being misused. Expectations need to be reset. So let's talk about what AI agents can actually do today, and where humans still need to stay in the loop.
Let's clear something up first. AI agents are not digital employees. They are not thinkers. They are definitely not autonomous decision makers. At their core, AI agents are prompt-driven systems. They follow instructions, they use tools when you allow them to, and they produce outputs based on patterns they have learned. That's it. They don't reason like humans do. They don't understand consequences. They don't reliably verify whether something is true or false. When an AI agent gives you an answer, it's not thinking. It's predicting what the most likely response should be, based on the input, the prompt, and the context you gave it. This is why they look so impressive in demos. The prompt is clearly defined. The data is clean, the outcome is controlled. But outside of that environment, things change quickly. So why does big logic actually break AI agents? When I say big logic, it doesn't mean complicated prompts. It means multiple conditions, exception, long decision trees, and rules that actually have a legal or financial consequences. In the real workflow, decisions are rarely binary. It's not just yes or no, if it's this but not that unless something else already happened. And this is where AI agents break. Because AI agents rely on assumptions, and a single bad assumption can derail the entire flow. You might not even notice it at first. The workflow still runs. There's no error. Everything looks fine on the surface, but the decision is wrong. And when that happens, the error doesn't stop. It compounds. One wrong classification leads to the wrong branch, which triggers the wrong action, which creates downstream problems that no one notices immediately. What makes this especially dangerous is confidence. AI agents don't say, I'm not sure. They produce answers that sound correct, even when they are not. And the more logic you add, the worse this gets. Because every additional rule increases the chance that something unexpected happens. So the uncomfortable truth is this. The more logic you add, the more fragile AI agents become. That's why fully autonomous AI decision making doesn't scale safely, especially in real business systems. So over here, we have custom application for ourselves. So imagine this is a customer support system and the webhook actually gets the data from outside. In this case, we have a message called, hi, I was charged twice last month. It's not urgent, but I need this fixed before my audit message coming from a VIP customer. And now the AI agent will decide what to do related to this specific ticket. So when it sees this message and when it sees it's not urgent, it will also decide that urgency is not really that urgent, but it will not escalate it to the next steps. This is why AI should not be primarily in charge in decision making. After seeing where AI agents struggle, it is important to be clear about one thing. AI is not useless. In fact, it's extremely good at certain types of work when it's used correctly. Where AI really shines today is summarizing you. It can take long emails, stickers, documents, or transcripts and turn them into short, readable summaries in seconds. It is also very good at classification, sorting messages, tagging data, approving requests, or deciding which category something belongs to. This is pattern recognition, and AI is excellent at that. Drafting is another strong area. AI can write first versions of email, responses, reports, not final answers, but solid starting points that save a lot of time. AI is also great at extracting patterns. Can scan large amounts of data, highlight trends, anomalies, or repeated issues that humans might miss, and finally, data enrichment. AI can add context to raw data, like summarizing a customer's history, pulling out key details, or combining information from multiple sources into something usable. Notice the common theme here. In all of these cases, AI is helping humans think faster, not replacing thinking altogether. The mistakes happens when we ask AI to decide instead of assist. When AI prepares information, highlights risks, or suggests next steps, it's incredibly powerful. But when it's left alone to make final decisions, especially in complex systems, that's where problems start. So the right way to think about AI today is simple. AI should assist decisions, not make them alone. To demonstrate how good AI agents are, I have 3 separate agents for summarization, classification, and pattern recognition separately. And as the input, I have given mock data coming in from a webhook, and it has 6 variables called the ticket ID, the source, the customer name, the customer type, the count age, and the message that it is receiving. Let's go head on over to the summarization agent and see what is the summary look like. It was able to give out a perfect output summary relevant to all the variables that are connected from here. And now when we go over to the classification side, I gave the system message as classify the message into category and urgency. So it has successfully categorized it under billing, which we included in the message itself. And the urgency has medium because the message itself is saying that it is not as urgent as it should be. And last but not least, the pattern recognition. I have given the system message to this agent as extract key risk or important indicators from this message and present them as bullet points, although not neatly in order. If you go over to the JSON side, you can see that it has bullet points included and all the key details of the message that was sent to us by the webhook are also inside of here. So right now you can see that AI agents are not really useless. They are just not fit to make decisions on their own. After all of this, the real question becomes simple. If AI agents are meant to decide everything on their own, then what's the right model? The answer today is human in the loop. This means AI prepares the word and humans approve the outcome. Not because AI is bad, but because real systems involve risk, responsibility, and trust. When AI prepares information instead of making final decisions, a few important things happen. First, risk goes down. AI can still make mistakes, but those mistakes are caught before they turn into real problems. Second, silent failures disappear. Instead of wrong actions happening quietly in the background, a human sees the decision before it's executed. And third, trust goes up. Teams feel confident using the system because they understand what AI is doing and where human judgment still applies. You can see this model everywhere. It works well. AI drafts an email, but a human reviews and sends it. AI flags an anomaly, but a human investigates it. AI suggests the next action, but a human confirms it's okay. In all of these cases, AI is doing the heavy lifting. It saves time, it reduces cognitive load, it speeds things up, but it never removes accountability. And that's the key difference between a demo and a production system. Fully autonomous AI looks impressive in videos. Human-in-the-loop systems are what actually works in the real world. Because the goal isn't to eliminate humans from workflows. It is to help humans make better decisions faster. That's the model that scales safely today. Now I have made a demo workflow to show you guys what human-in-the-loop node actually does. So it's just a send and wait response node that is available in a side, and again, there's nothing called a human-in-the-loop. It's just a mechanism to get a response out of the admin or the manager of the system. So in here, the webhook actually extracts some data from external source and it will come in this form. And then I have manually inserted check node to clean that data and only send the needed data to the relevant admin or the manager. And here you see that I have actually manually inserted the seg node to do this stuff for me. But depending on what kind of data, I will always have to change the set node accordingly. Now let's talk about how AI agent actually makes the life of the one who is receiving this message easier. Use AI where it removes effort. Keep humans where responsibility matters. AI is extremely useful for pre-processing inputs like the set node I used. Instead, use the AI node. It can clean up messy data, summarize log messages, and turn unstructured text into something readable before anyone looks at it. It is also great at cleaning data, fixing formatting, normalizing fields, pulling out key details, the kind of work that's boring, repetitive, and time-consuming for humans. AI can also suggest next step, not decide, just suggest. It can say, this looks like a billing issue, or this might need review, without actually taking the action. And routing is another safe use case. AI can help direct cases to the right queue or the team, as long as a human can still override the decision. But there are places where AI should not be left alone. Logic gates, approvers should only always be human, exceptions and edge cases and escalations, those especially should never be fully automated. So the real goal of automation isn't to remove humans from the process. It's to remove unnecessary effort without removing responsibility. The real workflow signifying the benefit having human in the loop and AI agents in the system. Here the webhook node actually gets data from an external source, and then it has 3 different AI agents for summarizing, classifying, and then data enrichment, which will extract the key or important indicators from this message. And then after all of these 3 does their job, it will then merge it into one output and send it to the human in the loop, in which case this is me, and I will review that message manually. The key point to notice here is this: the only thing the AI is in charge of is classifying and summarizing a data enrichment. They are not making the decision. The decision is made by the human in the loop. Always remember this. Use AI for doing the repetitive work, but never to make any decisions. If you are serious about building solutions like this and you are willing to learn step by step and work on real projects, you are welcome to join our free community. Inside, we teach everything from ground up, starting from zero with practical hands-on guidance. And if you're someone who's interested in using this solution but doesn't want to dive into technical side and instead wants to move faster and scale sooner, you can also partner with us and hire our tech team to build these systems for you. Either way, the goal is the same: helping you move from ideas to real working solutions.